there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to be creating a circular shaped card using this new set of dies from AliExpress. The largest one measures 7¼ inches across, and the smallest one is about 1¼ inches. So there's 11 dies that come in that set. I have some silver, it's almost like fabric here. I'm not sure, like faux leather, some sort of fabric. And I'm using one of the dies. I've already cut out two pieces of 110-pound Nina Solar White, and I've cut out one exactly the same circle in the silver fabric, and then I'm cutting out the same circle and the one smaller as well in this to create a frame in this kind of blue. It's actually kind of a wee bit darker than what perhaps appears on camera, but it's kind of a medium to dark blue, I would say. So I really just want the frame from that one. And then I have these dies here. These are just letter dies. These are from AliExpress as well. I did get them a wee while ago, but I will try and link them down below in case that's something that you are interested in. And I am just going to try and find the letters U, so Y-O-U. And that is all I'm going to cut out using these letters. I thought I was going to have a play around. I don't often do shaped cards, so I thought I would have a go with doing a circular one first, which is kind of nice and easy. And it worked out pretty well. I was pretty happy with the results. Right, so I've cut these letters out 4 times each, and I'm just going to stack them up using some liquid glue, one on top of the other. Kind of nice and simple, and they fit together really easily, so it doesn't take me long at all. This way, it just makes a really nice, thick, dimensional word. Sorry, it sticks out. It stands out really nicely on your card. So I've got the U completed, and then the next thing I need to move on to is creating the kind of card base. So as I said, I have these 2 circles here that I cut out, and this was kind of using one of the medium-ish size circle dies. You saw which one I chose. And I'm just scoring it about 1.5 centimeters from the top, and this will create the fold for the card to open up. So using this kind of, it's hard to explain, it's like a really lightweight fabric maybe. I just really like the texture and the color and everything, and it's nice and lightweight for a card. I got it from AliExpress, so I will link it down below. And I'm just using some liquid glue to glue it onto the front panel. I have not connected up my 2 card panels yet to create the kind of folding card. I will do that in a bit. And then using these 2 flower dies that you can see on the lower part of the screen, I'm going to do exactly the same thing with those and stack them up. I've cut 3 of each, and so I cut 6 of the little right hand flower down there because they face in different directions. So I wanted 3 different flowers that faced in the 2 different directions. So I'm just doing exactly the same thing, apart from with a makeup sponge and some liquid glue, and just sponging it on and stacking up the flowers so that they are nice and dimensional as well. I really want things to kind of pop off this card. I have the other little part of the sentiment, which is going to be made my day. Guys, I thought you'd like this. This is what I do with sentiments. I always stamp them several times because I will muck up. But anyway, I am going to just cut them out with my trimmer. I stamped them in some VersaFine Onyx black ink, and I have cut it out so it's ready to sit underneath my sentiment. So you can kind of see how I want to arrange the flowers here. And I do have to I want it to almost look like one flower. So if I do a little bit of careful gluing, it should work out just fine. Again, I'm just adding exactly the same glue. In this little bottle is the matte medium glue. And I use several different glues in each project at the moment. I'm kind of trying some new ones out, but yeah, not even really sure why I changed from the matte medium. I don't even know. But anyway, I'm trying some new ones out, and this one in particular is, in that little bottle, is the matte medium. But I have been using the Nuvo glue and the Gina K glue, and I like both of them, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with the whole glue thing. But anyway, so I'm adding this top flower on. I need to make sure that it's kind of curved in the right direction because I will need to add the frame around the outside. So now I have just out of the some yellow, some kind of lavender purple, and the exact same blue that I used for the frame. I have just cut out the heads of those flowers, and I am going to die cut inlay them into the petals. I feel like this just gives a little bit of colour to the card and kind of a little bit of interest. Otherwise it was all a little bit kind of monotone and plain. And I'm carrying out the blue theme throughout the U. All of the letters of the U are in the blue, and the frame is in the blue. And then I felt like the purple and the yellow just kind of lifted the card a wee bit. So to me, I guess it kind of just needed a little bit of color, and this is how I'm going to achieve that little kind of pop. So it's really easy. Obviously, I'm just kind of picking them all out and sticking them in. What I actually did when I die cut the flowers was I put a little bit of post-it note tape on the back before I took it out of the die, so that you can kind of see this white behind when I lift off the flower petal from the yellow, and that is where the post-it note paper is, just so that all the petals are different shapes, and I didn't want them falling out of the die cut before I got to them. Because I thought that it would be easier than figuring out and going around and figuring out which petal went in which space. Anyhow, right, I have done that, all completed. The flowers look gorgeous. I'm just going to quickly liquid glue on all of these letters and try and make sure that they're straight. I also need to bear in mind at all times that my border is going to go, my frame is going to go around there. So I need to make sure that nothing is going to run into that, so to speak. And then add just a little bit of glue again, nice and flat, with the Made My Day, You Made My Day. And I'm just going to cut off that end little bit, and it doesn't have to be neat because, as I said, it's going to be covered by the border. And then here comes the little border, and it is actually just one piece of paper. It would have been cool perhaps if I had die cut several, but I have this thing about die cutting frames. It just feels like almost a waste of paper to me. But anyway, that's okay. I don't mind doing it for littler things, but yeah, frames, sometimes I struggle with die cutting that much paper. But anyway, I am using some double-sided adhesive and liquid glue so that I know it won't be going anywhere, and I am going to just add the card front maybe onto the kind of the backing, so it actually creates the opening card. And that is like pretty much finishes it up. It's super shiny. I must say the camera kind of has a little bit of trouble picking up, it doesn't probably convey exactly what it looks like in real life, but it is beautiful and it's not overly shiny like you're kind of seeing on camera. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this card, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.